This is Dr. Lou Sella, sport and performance psychologist here. Now, a question that I got today, and it's a good question, is how come in your videos and in the academy and in the camps you don't teach inside veer anymore? Well, it's real simple. The academy stopped running it years ago. I mean, Air Force ran it 15 times this year in 13 games. Midline triple is a 5 to 6 time a game concept right now. That's what they utilize as their triple option. I mean, if you've watched the offense closely, and I break down every play of every game, mid triple is run exceedingly more. Now, I had a conversation with Air Force a couple years ago, and it really is about 2 years ago. And the answer I got why they stopped running inside veer was simple. We would get 50 defenses every week. We got more yards per play on mid-triple than inside veer. We had trouble handling the zero if they happened to give us a give read. But with mid-triple, it was different. We got more yards per play. Once again, it comes back to the same old adage. Facts don't care about your feelings. They went all in on the data. And if you watch Army, before they went rogue last year, they did the same thing. Army ran little to no inside veer the last 5 years. Navy really didn't run much. Now they're totally rogue. If you didn't learn in the last 24 hours, they're going to a total spread attack. The point of the video is you grew up on inside veer. And you want to know where did it go? How come I don't see it on your videos? How come you don't teach it in the academy? How come you don't do it in the camps? Because mid-triple is what they run. Air Force runs mid-triple. They use it to solve the problem of number one on the B-back. Because they know they're getting a polar pitch out of it. That's why they do it. Yeah, can number one the next play come up the field and they have to hand the ball off? Yeah, it's a chance you take. But the thing is, that's what Air Force is doing now. And when Army was running it, now supposedly they're going to get back to running it in 2024. But Army did the same thing. You didn't see any inside veer out of Army. Listen, go watch video of Air Force and Army play the last 5 years. Don't watch Army this past year because they were communists. They conformed to the pattern in this world, but thankfully they repented of their sins and they're coming back, which praise God for that. Watch Army and Air Force the last 5 years. Does the quarterback jump backwards on triple option or does he jump forwards? You're going to notice almost every time he jumps backwards. Mid-triple works better in today's environment. Now, Air Force did tell me if we saw more even fronts where the cylinder was clear, we actually would run more inside veer because you're able to succeed running it because you can get an ace and you get a double team. If you run into a 3, you get a deuce and you get a guard tackle double team. But ultimately, they get so much zero technique that mid-triple just works better in case they have to hand the ball off. And that's the reason why. Also, it helped better against the blood stunt when the quarterback jumps backwards instead of going forwards. So it gives the quarterback more time to handle the blood stunt. That was another reason why mid-triple got popular. So the biggest reason, other than just the data proved it worked better against zero techniques, is, let's be honest, now you can cancel from the B gap out. And you don't have to block the defensive tackle. Now you don't have to block a 2 technique or a 3 technique. And you don't have to block a 5 technique. So you play an even front, even though they said we will run inside veer against even fronts, you still don't have to. If you get a 3 and a 5, you don't have to block either one of them. And you're going to cancel them without having to block them. And isn't that why we're here? You got to go all in on the data. Because facts don't care about human feelings. Nobody cares about your philosophy. People care about your action. People care what did you actually do in a game. Your identity and image is determined by what you actually run in a game. That's who you are as an offense. Air Force right now is zone dive, mid-triple, trap toss. Zone dive is 40% of it. Mid-triple, trap toss, and a couple other little things they do is the other 45%. Passing the ball is about 15%, give or take a little bit. That's what they do. It's what they've done the last 5 years. So are you ready? It's okay. You don't have to run inside Veer anymore. The millionaires aren't doing it. Why would you need to? I know Paul Johnson did it. I love Paul Johnson. I just said that in the last video. But new information leads to new conclusions. And listen, I'm a pretty old school guy. I'm an old school Italian. I'm all for the way things ought to be. But I've also accepted the fact that you've got to evolve to be able to become elite. You don't have to change your mission. But how do you better accomplish your mission? Zone dive, mid-triple, trap toss. That's what Air Force does 34 times a game. And if you are truly all in, that's what you're doing. Now, the details of how to do it, you'll learn on the Triple Option Football Academy. So you become my client, you're going to learn how to do all that the right way the first time. The Academy's $9.97. You get it for 2 years. You can learn more how the Academy works at tripleoptionfootball.com. The camps start at $19.97. The Academy's included. We'll really get into it then. I've helped so many people win the last 14 years. People win state championships, got in the state championship games, and had drastic turnarounds in a couple months. I've helped change coaches' lives, players' lives, assistants' lives. And a lot of those people on that testimonial page at tripleoptionfootball.com have become my closest friends. I want you to experience the success that they had. It all starts with you picking up the phone and giving me a call. I'll see you in the next video. We will talk soon.